Summer of Pain rewards are coming early. Less champions are being buffed on a monthly basis. Nexus Crystal compensation for a second time, and much, much more. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Friday. Look, I've got my Captain America shield, but I'm a British person. So therefore, if I get the shield and it's got a British emblem on, wouldn't that make me Captain Britain? Maybe someone should explain it to the Captain America Twitter page. And if you want to hear mine and Dan's thoughts on What If, then make sure to tune into the Contest Round podcast on Sunday. Speaking of Twitter, if you're not following already, go and follow over on Twitter. And as well, make sure to, put on post notifications on and subscribe. And as well, do the same thing with the liking of the video, please. But now we've got to give some thank yous. Thank you so much to everybody that supports the channel over on Patreon. And as a YouTube member, you're on screen right now. We've had definitely one person that's changed their little Patreon from one sum to another. Thank you very much to that person. Also, massive thank you to those that support over on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live, where I do a lot of live streaming. I should be live streaming tonight, and it should be a non-MCOC game, so look forward to seeing you then. Should be a good one. Also, those that give the free Amazon Prime Twitch sub a month, thank you so much. Those give bits, donations, and all those things. But now, before we go anywhere, we've got a public service announcement. As a lot of you know, doing this as a full-time venture needs support, and we have been supported today by a new sponsor. This video is sponsored by Game Round. Game Round is a platform where developers can post unique games and gather feedback from a community of players to improve the game before it's released. And you might remember we used Game Round when we played Bulletville earlier this year. The platform gives you an amazing opportunity to sign up, play and review video games just by using my referral link, which is in the description down below. And once signed up, all you need to do is go to the website, pick a game you want to play and review, download it, install it. You can even download the launcher, which is perfectly safe. We've got it right here. You can click on the various different games and just click the install button. It's as simple as that. Once you're finished with the game, all you need to do is click the review button or the survey button, and it'll give you the opportunity to give some feedback to the developer. So make sure to do that. And then what you can do is leave in any language, by the way. It's not just English. You can leave a review in any language to let them know where the game needs to improve. Game Round is an amazing community which is growing. You should go and check out the link in the description. And as I said, it's an amazing opportunity for developers to get their games noticed, and as well people to play them and review them and give that important feedback. Go and check out the link in the description and go and sign up today. Thanks to Game Round for sponsoring this video. Now, let's kick off the news with the following. Didn't believe I'd get my leg up that high in that quick space of time. I knew it was going to be risky if I was going to hit the desk or not. But we've got to talk about the gameplay concerns affecting parry and dexterity. Now, a hotfix has gone live, but it will be something Kabam will be returning back to retune and have a look at. For me personally, a big compensation package does need to be delivered, and by the end of the month we will indeed get that. I think that it's down to the player as to how you feel this new update, this hotfix is improving your experience with the game, let's say. But that's out if anybody didn't know already. We did a full video on this yesterday, but yeah, I expect a big compensation package to be delivered. You deserve it, I deserve it, everybody deserves it, even Frank the Tortoise deserves it. And he doesn't do nothing, he just sits under his hot lamp doing nothing all day. But we've got to move on and talk about some important things. Summer of Pain is getting an earlier payout, which is amazing. So if you're familiar with this, it was like 20 odd days left until getting those rewards. But this time is different. With this, it's been now reduced down to 7 days at the point of Wednesday. This means next Wednesday you're going to be able to pick up those lovely little spicy rewards. Very important, because this will put certain players into a new titleage, which, if you balance with the compensation we're going to have at the end of the month, can mean that there's going to be players out there that are more than likely going to go from Cavalier to Thronebreaker, and, well, I was going to say from Uncollected to Cavalier, but you don't get Summer of Pain. God, if there was only some stuff available for those uncollected this month to do. My God, it's not like Kabam wanted us to force us to go to Cavalier and Cavalier to Thronebreaker really quickly. No, that's not what they're doing. But look, this is good because people want those rewards, and it's going to be a spicy summer when it comes to dropping of decent rewards. I'm looking forward to my Nexus Crystal, and as well my signature stones, and as well the most important thing is those 2 selectors of Tier 2 Alpha. So yes, looking forward to that. Now, slight update and important information when it comes to the Mythic Shards compensation fell. For many people that bought these Mythic Shards, that bought them at the 100 shard increment, it meant that you would have 200. This meant that you were meant to get a further 800 as part of the compensation package. Now, you're probably wondering, for those people that have been affected by this, why haven't you received the full amount of compensation? Well, Kabam, I did speak to them last night and they are trying to clear a lot of this up. I would recommend anybody, and if you know anybody that has not received a full amount of the Mythic Shards in compensation, or have not had their support ticket answered to, is come to the forum thread that's linked in the description down below and put your in-game name. This means that what we can do is then, Kabam are aware of this because they've been responding, but also in interaction last night with them, they were interested to get this resolved for players. So if you have not received the full amount, so if you've had like this player here, and I don't know if Crimson Badger is called Crimson Badger in game, but he's purchased 200, or she's purchased 200, and they've received 400 back instead of 800 back, which they're meant to be receiving. So it's just a little bit there on that. But your in-game name and information here, or support ticket, or stuff like that, just going to help out the process. Or I can help out, you know, linking you to Kabam to kind of see your in-game name and stuff. Alliance Wars, war rating now. If you remember, we covered this where people were losing rating and gaining rating. This isn't meant to happen in off-season, which we are technically in at the moment. So what do Kabam plan to do with this? Well, they're not going to adjust everybody's. They're going to adjust the first and top 5% of alliances. It's a very difficult one to pinpoint if that's going to be an issue or not. Now, just to kind of explain things. Say, for example, there are 10,000 alliances in Marvel Contest of Champions. Now that could be right, that could be wrong. That's essentially the top 500 alliances within Marvel Contest of Champions. Which, let's face it, that's the most competitive areas of the game. But it's not good if that does give unfair advantage to a lot of alliances below that maybe you've kind of gone, hey, if we just like put a lot of effort in, we can win a load and therefore our rating is going to go up. It's hard to know the impact of this, and as well the impact to say what kind of advantage it would give other alliances and alliance wars. But yeah, just gonna let you update on that, an update on that situation, and I hope that it doesn't affect like the competitive nature to Alliance War seasons by having people getting unfair advantage prior to the release of Alliance War seasons, or season 28, I think it is. Champion updates time now. As a lot of you know, we did a little bit of a story yesterday on the fact that Miles Morales and Gamora are going to be the buff champions for September. But Kabam have now changed the way they're now going to deliver and look at how many they're going to buff per month. Switching from the 2 per month, switching to 2 per month from 3 per month schedule, as they said that we were being quite ambitious and wanted to deliver more value to our summoners roster as quickly as we could. Unfortunately, it's led to some less than desirable results. And that's really the point with it. I know a lot of people are like, you know, well, we should get 3 because some of the champions we got are bad. But at the same time, Kabam have to admit defeat. They have to admit when they're wrong, and they have to admit when they fail, because that's the biggest thing with it. You have to fail first to know that you can improve from the failure. And that's the thing, Kabam have made failures with some of these new champions that have been buffed, or some of the new champions, yes. But then that's the thing of like focusing more time in more important areas, making sure new champions coming in are better, best, and more desirable for players to go for from arena perspectives, and as well for whales to go for as well. The second part of that is making sure that the champions that are coming in are solid, and I'm talking really solid, to a point they don't have to redo them or look into them again. I know some people have said about Gamora being one of these champions, like, well, hasn't it recently been buffed? Funny enough, it was buffed 2 years ago, March 2019, as did the research for yesterday's video. If you haven't seen the video, go and check out the video and then come back to this one. I for one am very happy about this because it means that more effort can be put into these champions. But then we could say that, right, well, should that be more of an investment from Kabam, from Netmarble or whatever, to give me more resources to Kabam to then allow themselves to keep up with this idea of you know, more people to buff more stuff. But then that's just the thing. If the money isn't there from a business standpoint to invest into more developers to do this, then it becomes somewhat of a problem for Kabam. And as I said, Kabam have to admit when they're wrong or unable to do something, so they can then, you know, balance the time better for improving new champions coming in, and also making sure that these champions that are buffed fit in with the people, because we don't want another HUD situation, let's be real. Now, if you remember, I did do a video, funny enough, about the idea that if Kabam were to buff 3 champions a month for the foreseeable future, when would they be done with the champions that need to be buffed? And I think it could be a lot longer, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but not necessarily a good thing with this. I'd see more of a bad thing, because players are picking up these champions and not getting the ones that they really want. This is a bigger emphasis as well to bring in the Wish Crystal, so that players can avoid some of the champions that haven't been buffed yet, so they don't feel disappointed by what they're picking up and the situation right here. Cavalier Nexus drop rates are wrong. Compensation is going to go out. If you're not familiar, yesterday the what if went out and everyone, what if the crystal drop rates were correct? And that question took a little while for it to be answered. So the wrong drop rates came with this one. You can see with the Nexus it was 1.5, 17.5, blah 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 blah. It's wrong, and then it got corrected briefly, but I think it got corrected wrong. So in any case, for those that bought the deal, it was corrected very soon, because people had to, because Kabam, you know, they had to make it right, but as well, at the same token, they had to kind of go, right, well, we're going to have to compensate people that bought it under the old drop rates. It's the usual thing with it, especially when people go like, oh yes, well, someone's picking up a Thor there. Well done, everybody. Well done, those that picked it up. And Kabam Exhibit said, hey there, summoners. The team is working on pushing out a fix so these crystals will have the correct drop rates, and will be working on sending the correct crystals to those who purchased them before the fix was implemented. So if you purchased it after the fix, hey, you don't get it. There's no ETA as to when this crystal will be delivered, but look out for it in your inboxes. And yeah, what if you get something better? Good luck. Okay, now we're going to end the week on Art Corner. It's been a little while since I've done Art Corner, but it's time to do. So first of all, there's an amazing Superboy done by Corey the Goat, but I really love his Sentinel, which is just, I love this damaged Sentinel. They're just kind of like, I don't know, barely getting by in the desert. And it's amazing to see this level of artistry. Amazing, I love this. The amazing Kalantak has also done some amazing artwork this week with this fantastic Groot, this amazing Venom, this amazing, I'd say, MCU version of Kang the Conqueror. Oms put this into the Art Corner, which is Happy Guru Purnima. The Poison God puts in this lovely little, oh look at it, it's a baby Yoda. Ethelwyn does what I believe to be, this is an apocalypse. It looks like he's taking something like a blow to the head, but apart from that, it looks amazing. Now, I've been told to give a shout out to Andre, who's done this. I know this is sick. This is pretty sick. This is like a Vision, Scarlet Witch, kind of like WandaVision looking away from it. This looks hand drawn, so this looks incredible. And we end with Death Stalkers. I think this is Gojo. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not well up with anime. But yeah, you know, for anybody that's interested in that, fantastic work this week from the Art Corner. And you can submit your artistry to Art Corner in the Discord, and we'll feature it in a Friday edition of Marvel Contest of Champions News. And that has been the video. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, listening, and all that stuff. Make sure to check out some other content going to be located on screen right now, and we've got lots more to come over the weekend, some really spicy stuff. And look forward to next week, some crystal openings and other things as well. Much love. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.